Okay guys, we're back, and I've been getting a lot of requests from guys who work all day long who want to know what to eat when you're traveling or when you're working and you have to pack your food and all this stuff. So we're gonna do a little bit of food prep. To date, we've been doing a lot of like individual meals and getting things set up one meal at a time just to give you guys some variation. It's not much harder. All we're gonna do is take those individual meals and put them in Tupperware, but I'm gonna show you kind of how to bulk cook and get things done a little bit faster. So if you have to work all day the next day, you're set up. Now for me, I'm traveling tomorrow. I gotta go to a photo shoot, so I'm gonna be on the road all day long. So I'm gonna pack a day's worth of food, or most of the day's worth of food. That way you guys have an idea what it looks like. So we'll start with the chicken. So let's just get started. I'm not gonna bullshit around, give you a speech about anything. We'll just get started with the chicken. And of course, you guys know it's Costco chicken because Costco is my shit. So the first thing we're gonna do is, we got the oven heated at 405. We're gonna spray this tin foil with a little bit of Pam, because I know you guys love Pam so much. Okay, so we're gonna do some seasoning. So I'll put this stuff, put these chicken breasts in the Tupperware just like we did with the chicken thighs, right? If you guys those of you who watched the chicken thighs video. So we take a whole tray of chicken, throw it in here. Now, we have this is like a garlic salt. So we'll do some garlic salt. A little bit of paprika, some pepper. Now I know it looks like a lot of spice, but you gotta remember you're spicing like 9 chicken breasts here. I have a garlic sauce here. It's from a local pizzeria. This is not from Costco. Everything else is, but this, a little bit of garlic sauce, just to give it a little bit of a kick. And then of course, my Frank's Red Hot. Always. I don't even like hot stuff. It's just the flavor. It just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. Okay. What you got all in there? Set of tongs and just mix. Okay, try and mix as much as you can. Try and get a little bit covered on every single one. Okay, so guys, this is what it takes when you're talking about, when you come to me in the gym and you say, I want to be a pro bodybuilder, this is what it takes. Anybody can go to the gym. Everybody has fun training. It's a place where you know, even if you don't go to the gym for like social purposes, it's still a social outing. You're getting out, you're around people, you see some friends, you say hi. You train for therapy reasons. It's fun because you get yourself in a zone. Everything about the gym is fun. That's why everybody wants to do it. That's why everybody wants to go. It's like a normal thing, right? But nobody wants to put in the fucking work it takes to get to your goal. So your goal when you come to me is, I want to get my pro card. I want to be on the Olympia stage. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's all I heard when I was coaching. And everybody is in for the glory, but nobody's in for the work. So as soon as I say, okay, here's your diet, this is what you got to do, I might do it for a day, a week, a month. Then I start hearing complaints. Well, it doesn't taste that good. And is there something I can eat other than chicken? Is there something I can eat other than fish? Is there something I can... Guess what, man? There isn't. Okay? This is 20 years in. This is... The reason I know how to prep my food is because when I used to work full time, this is what I used to do. And this is the same shit I did 20 years ago as I'm doing now. So no, you know what? There isn't really a substitute. You're gonna have to eat chicken or the fish or the beef or whatever it is. And that's all there is to it. It's not about what feels good, okay? This isn't about, you know, people are like, well, if you make it a lifestyle, then it'll be easy. No, it's not fucking easy. Because even if my food tastes good, I still gotta eat it 6 fucking times a day. and it's monotonous and it's a fucking chore. And it's like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to pack 2 meals with me every time I go to the mall with my wife. I just want to go. I just want to go. I don't want to pack. Tomorrow I got to go away for 1 day. I got to pack 3 bags. One of them is just for food. It's like, it doesn't matter if the food tastes good. It's still a bitch. It's still a chore. It's still very monotonous, and it still takes a lot of dedication to do this stuff on a regular basis because it's just not, it's not fun. But this is how you get to the end result. You know, your favorite Instagram star that you watch and you're like, oh, he looks so good. It must be the steroids. It must be. It's not the fucking steroids. It's partly the steroids. But it's more the fucking food than anything. Okay, that goes in the oven. It's at 405. We're gonna set the oven to 45 minutes. Rice is already cooking. Got my rice in the rice cooker. I just did jasmine rice this time. And I cooked a whole bunch of it. I probably won't use it all, but the rest of it will just go in the fridge. Now, so that's the chicken portion of the meal, of the prep. We're gonna do some beef. Now, everybody knows how to do pasta and beef. This is what I do. We're gonna set this to boil. Okay, this is not from Costco. Rice pasta. They don't have rice pasta at Costco. I like rice pasta because it's not about the glycemic index or all this other fucking shit. It digests fast for me. When I eat it, I feel like it's digesting like rice because it is rice. So it's not like when I eat white pasta. When I eat white pasta or even whole wheat pasta, I feel like it's just sitting in my gut like a brick. So this is the way to go. Find yourself rice pasta. If you get white rice pasta, it'll digest even faster. This is brown rice pasta. I don't do the white rice pasta because it kind of like spikes my insulin too much and I crash from it and I actually feel a little bit hypoglycemic. So I just do the brown rice pasta because it digests slow enough that I feel good, but fast enough that I didn't feel like I ate a brick. Okay, meat, Costco. Organic beef, supposed to be hormone free and all that, so raised without the use of antibiotics and hormones. There you go. I prefer grass-fed. I actually ordered, if you have a local butcher, you can actually, if you want to save a lot of money and you have freezer space or you have a deep freezer, you can save a lot of money by ordering a half a cow or a quarter cow. They do that. So call your local butcher, call your local farm and say, I want to buy a quarter cow or half a cow. Like I'm buying a quarter cow for like 700 bucks, but it's enough meat for like 3 months. You know, if I eat like meat twice a day, I can eat it for 3 months. It's just so much meat, it's ridiculous. And they're really good cuts and they cut it whichever way you want it. Steaks, roasts, ground beef, whatever you want. And it's all grass-fed. So grass-fed is not, after doing a podcast with Stan Efferding, I realized grass-fed is not that much better than grain-fed, but it is better. So, and the reason we say that is there's more omega-3s in grass-fed beef. It's a 3-to-1 ratio, which means it's gonna be less inflammation on the body, okay? And your grain-fed is only 6-to-1. I thought it was a higher, but Stan says it's about 6-to-1 on a grain-fed, so on a grain-fed cow. So your inflammation rate's not gonna be that much higher. It's actually still better than chicken. So I go with the grain-fed beef for now, but like I said, my grass-fed cow is on order. You guys should look into that. It's actually very cost-effective. Anyway, so we're gonna get some of this beef going, and we're gonna use a bigger pot, a bigger pan. Okay. So back to what we were saying. These guys all on YouTube, I see them repeatedly over and over again. It's not about eating shitty food, and I said it too, right? You can have tons of variety and stuff. Not really. You gotta make your food taste good. There's not really tons of variety. I mean, if you're a chef, yeah. If you're a chef, you can make things taste incredible, but most of us aren't chefs, including myself, so we just do our best. And there's not, you know, look, there's some staples that you have to have. That's why these videos, after a while, you're gonna see they're gonna start to get repetitive because What is there to eat? Beef, chicken, fish, eggs. Beef, chicken, fish, eggs, poultry. You can say throw turkey in there too. Those are the foods, man. And then you add your carbs, okay? Rice, pasta, oatmeal, potatoes. Yeah, you can start dicking around, adding other things, and I'm sure you can find some. Obviously, you're gonna find different things. Well, what about this? What about egg whites? What about, okay, yeah, you can add all those things, but at the end of the day, you're talking about like my grocery trip. My grocery trip is like 7 foods all the time, okay? It's like eggs, chicken, beef, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, pasta. That's it. That's it. And then you just have to figure out the guys who succeed are the guys who can eat that shit all the time and not complain. And the way that happens is by learning to make it as many different ways as possible. The more you can kind of have a little bit of variety when you need it, the more successful you're gonna be in sticking to your program. You're not gonna have variety all the time. You may be like, you know what? I can eat beef and pasta for the rest of my life. Okay. But if you do it for 3 months straight, you might feel like, I wanna change. It's your job to make sure you have that change up here. You know what to do. You know where to, okay, I don't wanna eat beef and pasta anymore. I'm gonna do beef and rice. I'm gonna do beef and stir fry. These are the little changes that you have to make, because overall, the meals are the same. So it's just little small changes that are gonna change the flavor of each meal that are gonna allow you to stay on point. And that's what we're trying to do, is just little changes. I haven't had pasta in a long time. Tomorrow's leg day. I feel like I wanna have something a little bit denser, so I'll do the pasta and the beef. It's a denser calorie meal. Makes me feel good on leg day. Not before, usually after. And it makes me feel like I'm kind of replenishing my body after having a torturous workout. So the beef is simple, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and probably a little bit of garlic powder, and that's it. A little bit of salt, that's that. And those of you who, are out there and you say, well, I don't know how you do that. It's sick. It's not easy to eat same foods every day. I don't want to eat the same stuff every day. I want variety. I'm like, yeah, I'm not special. I want fucking variety too. I want to eat fucking pizza every day too. The pros are no different, okay? It's not like you look at a pro bodybuilder or a fitness guy or physique guy or fitness model. They might feed you a line of bullshit like, oh yeah, I love my clean diet. I don't want to eat anything bad ever. And that bad food is disgusting. I don't know how you guys eat it. Bullshit. Bullshit. Everybody loves a nice piece of fucking cake, piece of pizza, a burger. Everybody likes that shit. So don't think because you have cravings or because you have trouble eating, this same kind of bodybuilding food all the time, that you're any different than any of us. We all feel that way. We all feel that way. That's why if you go to the Arnold's and you go to the back and you go backstage, there's a buffet area with fucking pizza and muffins and cookies, because all of us, when we get off stage, we're just like those level 1 guys that just started who have fucking Snickers and Reese's Pieces and shit in their bags because they're waiting to get off stage and stuff food in their mouth. We all have the cravings. We all sometimes don't want to eat a meal. We all, I'm so full, I don't feel like eating. Maybe I just won't eat today. We all have those thoughts. The difference is, if you're at the pro level, you ignore those thoughts and you do what you have to do. So I could be like, well, I feel like eating a pizza right now. But it's going to depend on your goals. You always have to make, it's just a constant, you're constantly making choices every day as a pro bodybuilder, as anybody really. But when it comes to food, you're making choices all day long. Do I want to eat this beef or do I want to eat pizza? Do I want to skip a meal because I'm fucking not really that hungry, or do I want to force it down? This kind of decisions happen all day long. Do I want to eat another fucking chicken and rice meal? I had 2 already today and it's fucking gross. These are normal thought processes that we all have. Don't think you're any different. We just ignore them and go about our business. So I just like to break up the beef a bit. I don't like to leave it all chunky and shit like that. Now, one thing is, if you buy rice pasta will cook faster than regular pasta, so make sure you keep an eye on it. It's like 5 or 6 minutes and it will be cooked. Now, one of the toughest things about traveling and prepping food is that it tastes like shit when it's cold. And I usually don't like to stop when I'm on the road. So I'm not one of these people who's gonna stop and find a microwave at like a truck stop and warm up my food. I'm just gonna fucking eat it cold because I don't, you know, that's just who I am. And I'm not picky. I found that if you eat cold chicken and rice by itself, it's actually disgusting. Like if you're not having any fats. If I can mix in fats, I'm okay because I put some coconut oil with it or olive oil with it and I'm good. But I noticed that if you're not adding any fats, and you're just having chicken and rice, when it's cold, it gets all clumpy and shitty. I can't help the clumpy and shitty part, but I can help the taste part. So I realized that if I add vegetables to my road trip meals, they taste a lot better. You just can't overcook the vegetables, because if you do, then you'll just end up with soggy ass vegetables, and then that sucks. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna serve, vegetables are gonna serve two purposes. One, I'm gonna get some extra micronutrients in my meal, which I want. And two, it's gonna make my meal easier to eat tomorrow when I'm driving on the road. It just makes it taste better, man. It's that simple. It just makes it taste better. You get the micronutrients you need, plus you get some flavor. I mean, how can that be a bad thing? So you guys just find the vegetables you like. I love zucchini, mushrooms, peppers, usually my go-to combination, sometimes asparagus. But it doesn't have to be that. You can just do whatever you want. A lot of guys do spinach. Spinach is a really, really valuable vegetable. It's very high in potassium, very high in a lot of different micronutrients. I don't know them all, but give that a wash. It's tedious. It's not something, you know, taking the extra time to cut up vegetables and all this shit. It's not fun, but it will definitely serve me tomorrow when I'm driving and I don't want to eat my meal. This is done, I think. Yep. Oh. Okay. Pasta's done. You guys have all made pasta before. It's not hard. Just strain it. Beef is almost done. Now, some of you guys out there strain your beef. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know if you're gonna remove as much beef, as much fat as you think you are. But it does help. I don't think it's a bad idea. I've done it before. Most of the time I'm on a low fat diet right now though. So on the days when I do have extra fats, if I have a fatty meal, I want all the fat from it. I don't want to skimp it out because most days my fats are very, very low. Okay, I'm gonna make the pasta. So normally if you make your pasta and your ground beef, you make it all together. But because we're bodybuilders, we do everything fucked up. And what I mean by that is I have to weigh out my meals. So I can't just mix all this beef with all this pasta. It's not gonna work. I need to be able to know exactly what is in my meal. So we have to do everything separately. Otherwise, how are you gonna know how much beef you put in your meal or how much pasta you put in your meal? A little bit of olive oil in the bottom, a little bit of pasta sauce on top. Not a lot, not like a normal, not like you're going to like an Italian restaurant. Just a little bit, just for flavor. There's about half a cup of pasta sauce there in the whole bag and a half of pasta. So it's very low. We don't want to add too much. There's a lot of shit in pasta sauce, a lot of sugar, a lot of seed oils, as Stan Efferding would have you know. And okay, so this is mixed. Okay, we're gonna switch these because the pasta is done, and we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to our vegetables just for flavor. The nice thing about the off season is we can add small amounts of this kind of thing and it's not going to affect us too much. Okay, get that around. I'm going to add in the mushrooms last because they cook the fastest. I'm gonna cut my finger off trying to do this right for YouTube. There, how's that? Okay, so there's a reason why I don't eat ground beef and pasta that often. It's because it's my favorite meal. So if I start eating a little bit, I'm gonna eat all of it. But because I'm on the road tomorrow, I can only pack so much. So I'll pack it light, and that way I'm not gonna be able to cheat. Get some Tupperware containers out. Okay, so I'm gonna pack 4 meals. And the reason I'm packing 4 is I'm gonna eat 1 here before I leave. Okay, and then I'll be home tomorrow night before my last meal. So I only need the 4 when I'm on the road. Okay guys, so we're just gonna portion out meals now because everything's almost ready. So we'll start with the rice. I wanna eat a little bit lighter before my workout tomorrow. So my pre-workout meal is gonna be chicken and rice. And I normally should do about 300 grams of rice, but tomorrow I'm going to do about 250. Perfect. 246, good enough. Okay, 1. And then this will be one of my driving home meals. It's also 250. $253. That's done. Okay. So that's it for the rice. I have a ton of rice left, but it's okay because it's not going to go bad. I'm going to take it out, put it in the fridge. Next up, what do we have? We need our pasta. Okay. This will be a later meal. Okay, 250. Oops, I went over. 250 on the dot. Okay. This will be my post-workout meal. And that's kind of why, kind of helped me out that it's a different size. So I know. So this will be my pre-workout meal. And we'll do 300 grams. Went a little overboard there. It's not a cheat meal. All right, that's close enough. A little over 300 there. Now, I know this sucks, right? It sucks because if you're eating pasta and ground beef, you want to mix it all together, but there would be no way of me knowing exactly how much pasta and exactly how much beef if they're all mixed in the same pot. That's why I did it that way. So now I'll put it back and we're going to do 6 ounces of beef. Okay, and we'll do the same here. Six ounces in each. Don't wait till you want to eat it to mix it because it will be all stiff, the pasta will be all solid. If I mix it now, then it'll be kind of, the fat from the ground beef will keep it nice and loose, so when I want to eat it, it's not all stuck together like one big lump. Vegetables are done. I don't want, like I said, I don't want them overly done because if I do that, then by tomorrow they're going to be a soggy mess in my food. So this way they're just almost done, but not quite there. So by tomorrow, they'll still be a little crispy when I'm eating them with my meal. And the vegetables, I'm not going to weigh out. Vegetables, I just put as much as I want because to me, vegetables are good for you and they're kind of like a free food. Not all vegetables, but you know, that's not going to do anything to my diet except help me. Nothing goes to waste, okay? Food is expensive, it's valuable, we spend a lot of money on it, you work really hard, you bust your ass, and then just to throw away your food is fucking silly. So when you make something, try and make sure you preserve whatever's left and put it into another meal. That way your money's not going down the fucking toilet. Now, one of the main things that you guys are probably wondering is how do you keep your food cold if you're gone all day? If I'm gone from, you know, I'm going to leave at 9 in the morning probably. I'm going to drive to Toronto. That's about 3 hours from where I live. And then I'm going to do a photo shoot and then I'm going to drive home. So it's going to be like a 12-hour day. Well, how do I keep my food cold so it doesn't go bad? This motherfucker right here. This is my baby. It's been with me for probably 16 years. I used to drive back and forth from here to Toronto for work. When I was a salesperson, I would drive 3 hours there, 3 hours back, sometimes in the same day. And I would have to bring all my food because I was bodybuilding at the time. This kept me going. Now, it's not a regular food bag. I know it looks like one, but if you look at this side, it is a refrigeration unit. So this, you take the plug, you plug it into your cigarette lighter or whatever, and you're all set to get your power, keep your food cold all day long. And that's, well, I'm not gonna put it in there now because it's gonna go in the fridge now to go in there tomorrow morning before I leave. But this is what you need. You could probably get away with just a regular food bag, like one of those 6-pack bags or fit menu bags or whatever the fuck bags are called. You'd probably be fine with that if you just use enough ice packs. But I felt like the ice packs always got warm and they weren't keeping my food cold, and it bothered me because I was like, I didn't want to ever get sick. I'm always panicky about food going bad. So I bought this. It just keeps everything cold. Plus, if you have drinks and shit, your drinks stay cold and everything. Like if you have water and your pre-workout drink and all that, you put it in here. It all stays cold. So this is the way to go. I think you can get them at like, if you're in Canada, you can probably get them at Canadian Tire. If you're in the States, I'm not sure what, like maybe Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that would have them. But this is the way to go if you have like an all-day trip or something like that. Okay, chicken's done finally. I'll pull that shit out. Whoa, that's pretty. There you go. So, simple mix. You guys saw me make it. It's not hard. Everything's all done. I have chicken now for like 4 days. Okay, that's how easy it is. So for tomorrow, we're just gonna weigh out 6 ounces. Just chop it up. That way, I don't have to worry that I didn't bring a fork and knife and all that shit. Just cut it up already and get it done. So sometimes I don't even stop when I'm driving. So I just want to pull this out of my bag and eat it. So if it's all cut up and ready to go, I can just keep driving and eat and get my meal in. I wish you guys could smell this chicken. It's fucking good. It's gonna be good shit. Even cold is probably gonna be good. All right, so all 4 meals are good to go. So that's it, that's packed. I'll let that cool down before I put it away. So I got meals for tomorrow. I got meals for the day after. And that's what it takes, man. It's like, you just have to take some time. Like this whole thing took me about 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes, I got my meals done for tomorrow. I have no fucking excuses. I have no reason to miss any meals. I keep my shit on track. And that's what I've been doing for 20 years. So, okay guys, so that's it. That's how it's done. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the description. I'm gonna put a link to my company's Instagram account, Facebook account, and all the other good stuff. There'll be links to sign up for pre-orders. When the products launch in January, we are excited and ready to go. Can't wait for you guys to try everything out. So until next time, train hard, stay focused.